Hello everyone, here I am. At the beginning of this session, we will learn how to use GIS in any kind of sector in any discipline. But if we discuss about it, how to use GIS in any discipline in any sector, it will take the whole day. So I just make it shorter. How to use GIS in multidiscipline, including civil engineering, architecture, urban planning, environmental science, agriculture, and obviously in geography. So not only that, GIS can be used in any sector. Although it is being used in many sectors, but I can say GIS can be used in any sector. And before that, I want to let you know something more. Some of us consider GIS as a tool because they say we are using just a tool of GIS in our subject. Then let me give you an example. In your research work, you are using SPSS software, which is a software of statistics. Will you say that statistics is a tool which can be used in any sector? Same case in GIS. GIS is a subject and we are using a software of GIS. It could be SuperMap, it could be another GIS software. We are using a software of GIS. So GIS is not a tool. GIS is a subject. We are using a particular software based on our requirement in our research in our project. In this lecture, we are going to learn GIS in civil engineering, GIS in architecture, GIS in computer science and engineering, GIS in agriculture, GIS in environmental science, GIS in urban planning, and GIS in geography. First of all, let's see GIS in civil engineering. If you are from civil engineer, you already know about your structural based project. Civil engineers can use GIS to include a multitude of material data, area history data, and 3D GIS maps to create standard design methodologies. And in environmental based project of civil engineering work, GIS provides the overlay maps, future growth plans, industrial concerns, land, water resource, and other natural elements so that engineers can make the least impactful decision. It is the combination of spatial data and non-spatial data. Transportation. In transportation-based project in civil engineering, by using GPS in GIS technology, highly dynamic traffic data or rapidly changing flood levels can be shown alongside population change on the same map. As example, we can say Google Map, in where we can see the live update of the traffic in a particular network. Is not it? In case of wastewater, GIS provides hydraulic data for water utility systems and combines customer information, water flow at various nodes and historical data to forecast water demand. In this case, civil engineer needs to use the combination of spatial data and non-spatial data. If you want to know what is spatial data and what is non-spatial data, it will take more than 1 hour time. Spatial data means the graphical feature data which is visualized in our GIS software, and non-spatial data means the corresponding information with this graphical feature data. So for now, just consider this. Spatial data is graphical map and non-spatial data is the information regarding with that map. So for wastewater project, GIS provides hydraulic data for water utility system and combines customer information, which is non-spatial data, and water flow at various nodes and historical data to forecast water demand. Site analysis. GIS integrates environmental protection regions, city and zoning designation, soil and topographic maps for site analysis. And in case of survey, surveyors can easily assess environmentally sensitive regions, forestry, government control, road network, previously established boundaries, and other vital information using GIS technologies. CAD integration. This one is most potential in case of civil engineering. Say all of you are using AutoCAD to design your construction to say in 2D or 3D. you are using AutoCAD for your construction design work, but GIS can create a coordinate system in AutoCAD to project maps without having to change CAD design or convert GIS data. So in this case, by using GIS, it will gives your construction design a real world position system by using which you can place your this design in Google Map or Google Earth in any base map by using this real world position system, which will be provided by GIS. Now let's see GIS in architecture. Line of sight. If you are an architect, then definitely you already know about line of sight. GIS helps architects to plan the line of sight perfectly so that the buildings do not obstruct important features in the horizon. See the upper right image. You will realize this. And exposure to noise. GIS helps in urban high-rise buildings to be designed and positioned in areas that have little or no interference to the environment. And development planning. GIS helps in planning various development projects in urban areas to help citizens understand the importance of urban development holistically and the bigger picture with map and database. In here, they can see the map, not only the map, they will see the database also. If you present just only an image map, you can't consider this as GIS. If you want to make a GIS map, obviously you should have corresponding database also with this map. Crowd simulation. GIS helps in crowd simulation at time scale approaching real time. See the lower right corner image. Solar exposure. Harvesting light is easy to assess the suitability of installing solar panel on roofs using 3D GIS city models and geometric information such as the tilt, orientation and area of the roof. In that case, I prefer SuperMap iDesktop 10i software, which is very easy to create any 3D GIS based 3D model. So you can try it. And city engine, assessing feasibility and plan implementation using city engine, improving urban planning, architecture and overall design. Pedestrian behavior. To identify this, GIS can help to discern the possible movement of pedestrian and vehicles and help in creating artistic impressions of cities. And next one is shadow analysis. See on the right side image, which is showing the shadow map of a particular area of a particular feature. GIS helps to create exact impression of shadows that would be cast during every pre-construction phase of a project. Parking availability. GIS can also be used to determine the number of parking spaces that would be available and the amount of time that would be required to locate one. And integration of GIS and BIM. Do you know what is BIM? In architecture term, BIM means Building Information Modeling. Operating a facility with BIM because of its ability to analyze information and integrate data from different systems. So this is the power of GIS. Tangible landscape, which is most important in architecture sector. GIS can also be used to create life-size sketches of buildings and create proper models of the actual buildings that need to be constructed. Geodesign, which is the combination of geography and architecture, conceptualizing building plans with focus on stakeholders' participation and collaboration to closely follow natural system. See the lower right corner image. Now let's see GIS in computer science and engineering. Yes, GIS can be used in computer science and engineering also. Let's see how. In case of web GIS, see web and GIS. We will learn about web GIS in our further lectures also in this session. I will try my best to show you what is web GIS in simple way. Web GIS, which means the combination of web and GIS. So a computer engineer already know about web programming, but if he does not know about GIS, he can't create any WebGIS based project. So why they need WebGIS based project? Say a government company or a land based organization want to publish a map with database in their web portal in where anyone can see land information with location based map. Easily they can understand by clicking any area and see the land based information, even land use type, whatever they want. So a organization want to create this type of web portal in where they can upload a WebGIS map. For this purpose, definitely they should hire a computer engineer who knows about GIS, because without knowing GIS, a computer engineer can't create this WebGIS project. You already know about web programming, but without learning GIS, he can't create this. Now next is GIS based software development. There are many companies are creating customized GIS based software. For this purpose, they are hiring computer engineer who knows about GIS. Say in a marketing department, they want to create a software in where they want to just split locations based on the salesperson, which area is most profitable and which area is less profitable, which salesperson is responsible for this area. They can easily identify the area based their marketing sales. You can say KPI of salesperson, which is key performance indicator, easily can be identified by using this WebGIS based platform or a customized GIS software created only for that marketing department. They can create this customized GIS software. For this purpose, they need to hire a computer engineer who knows GIS. Now, third one is you already know about it, ride sharing apps development. Who does not know about Uber? In our daily life, we are already using Uber. In here, what we can see a wonderful map in where we can identify driver existing location. Even we can give our pickup location, our destination point for our this ride, and easily we can see any geographic information in this ride sharing apps, which is a GIS, because it is providing geographic based information. So any system which provides geographic information is known as GIS. So Uber is a type of GIS. If I say more deeply, it's a web GIS. So for this purpose, to create these apps, obviously we need a computer engineer who knows about apps development programming, and not only that, obviously he has to know about GIS. Without this, he can't develop these ride sharing apps. And fourth one is vehicle tracking software development. Vehicle tracking software in where we can track a particular vehicle uh, by watching a base map in where we can easily identify our car location, our car movement, speed, and many more. In this case, obviously, without map, can we create this vehicle tracking software? No. So, for this purpose, the programmer, the developer who is developing this tracking software, obviously, he should has the knowledge on GIS, by which he can easily add a base map or a customized map or the organization own map in this vehicle tracking software. In my career, I also have created a vehicle tracking software in my GIS career. So I know this is most important for computer engineer. Now let's see GIS in agriculture. GIS can be used in agricultural sector. If I shortly say agriculture mapping, soil analysis, crop information and data combination, LIS, assemble information as soil moisture, nutrients, elevation and topography to aid in the production of a map. Store geospatial data and produce maps for land inventory, analyze and visualize agricultural environment, and we can increase the production by combining all of above information by using GIS. Now let's see GIS in environmental science. GIS is already being used in environmental science. GIS applications are being used in forest fire management, oil spill and remedial measures, coal mine fire management, wastewater and management, natural resource management, air pollution and control, disaster management, and many more. In urban planning, already all of urban planners know how to use GIS in this field. So I am not going to tell it briefly about this. But if I shortly say GIS in urban planning, GIS can be used in urban planning in resource inventory, creating land use maps and plans, planning application, analyzing socio-economic and environmental data, land suitability analysis or site selection, and measuring connectivity, impact assessment, evaluation, monitoring, and feedback. GIS in geography. GIS, which means Geographic Information System. So obviously, it should be used in geography. So there are many of GIS in geography. If I shortly say, in geographical analysis, geographic survey, environment analysis, disaster management, watershed, land suitability, land use mapping, and many more. If I say the list of these topics in geography, it will take 1 hour time actually. So this is how to use GIS in multidiscipline world. Now we are going to learn what is GIS actually. It's opening. Please wait. Till then you can see this is the first SuperMap online course. You can do it if you want because SuperMap is really great to do any 3D based GIS work and make it easy and a smart interface of GIS. And this is one and only SuperMap global online course in Udemy.